Welcome back, everybody. It is now time for the third period. And our score right now, it's 3-1 Tri-City in the lead. However, Sioux City, they are not out of this game just yet. We've seen the crazy comebacks from them this year, so we'll see if they got another one in them here today. Just gonna pop a cough drop in here quick. Okay. Boy, Jason Kersner's talking with the one referee and the linesman, and he is not happy, understandably so. I wouldn't be happy either, but that's just me. All righty. I think we're ready to go. Ashton Schultz will take the draw with Connor Brown. And we're off and underway here in this third period. Carr will immediately send it back behind the net there at Bamer. Here's Dyer with this one back behind the net there for Schultz. Now Doms will take this one. Doms picked up there by Ernawine. Out towards center, Ernawine. All the Muskies got to do, all they really got to do is just get the one and then pile it on if they can. Ooh, careful. That was a little scary. Almost got caught with too many guys out there, boy. I mean, I get it. You get mixed up at your bench, but geez Louise. Here's Luke Gary. That one batted off of somebody and out of play. Face-off will come right in front of the Musketeers bench. Tomko will take the draw with Pilgrim. Face-off's one. Puck taken out towards center there. Sofakaitis there now for Dessimer. And he broke his stick. It's okay. It happens. Here's Smith with this one. Smith back behind the net there for LaPointe. Now, if that actually would have helped us, you know, that would have been even better, but now the one ref brings the bottom half of it back to the penalty box. Might as well let the ref get involved too. I mean, why not? Let him play some. Here's Brecken Smith. Feeds it on over Noah LaPointe. Out towards center. Here's Pilgrim with this one. Pilgrim pass on across to Smith. A shot save made there by Fickthorn. Now LaPointe, another shot went wide. Here's another shot that was stopped there by Fickthorn. Boy, they're hammering him. Because Ryder Sheehy went 16 for 19. Fickthorn didn't even face a shot in that second period after he came in for relief. Now, granted, that was only 3.5 minutes, so I mean. Here's Gavin Gary with this one back behind the net. Yelm batted away. Shane Gold. Uh-oh, Olsen burying Yelm down there as he should. LaPointe sends it on over Michael Ski. Here's Stanger up the left side. Stanger, nice moves. Off the boards, O'Leary. And a scramble forward down low in the corner. Boy, we got a stalemate down there. Finally, it gets free. Bloomer on out. There's a shot that went wide of Bamer. Here's Stanger at center. Stanger sent off the boards there for Gavin Gary up the right side. Gary takes a shot, save made Bamer. Rebound loose in front. Here's Fatney. Another shot went wide of Bamer. Here's D'Alessandro with this one. Picked up there, Obusek. Bloomer takes a shot, save made there by Fickthorn. Now O'Leary with this one. Ooh, Bloomer went down. That was good. There's Luke Gary there in front. Into the corner, Stanger is there. Here's Luke Gary, takes a shot. Into the netting and out of play. Ceiling can't hold us like the ceiling can't hold us. Can we go back? This is the moment. Let's see. Face off will come to the left of Bamer. Schultz will take the draw with Obusek. Go something like that, I think. Leyland feeds it on out Ozagani at center. Here's Ozagani. Nice boost, takes a shot save made there by Fickthorn. Now he's pinned up against the board. Schultz and a scramble forward. Taken there by Jarvis. Here's Jarvis. There for Ozagani. Ozagani takes a shot, went up high into the netting and out of play. Face-off will come to the right of Fickthorn. Let's see, it'll be Panzer taking the draw with somebody here. Oh, Fickthorn's having trouble with his equipment or something like that. Oh, looks like everything's just fine. You keep on shouting. Oh, little kid got a puck. So nice. Face-off's won. Here's a shot. Sofakaitis went wide into the corner. Here's Jeffress up the right side. Jeffress towards center. Puck will roll back behind the net there. Doms out towards center up the left side. Here's Ernawine with this one. Ernawine shot saved by Fickthorn. So yeah, Fickthorn looking good here so far. 7 shots he's faced this period, all 7 he's made. In fact, those are the only shots he's faced ever since coming in relief for Ryder Shea. O'Leary will take the draw with Panzer. Face-off's won. Here's O'Leary with it there for Poirier. Down there, Ernawine. Feeds it into the corner. Panzer's there. Panzer there towards center. Panzer sends it back behind the net there of Fickthorn. Fickthorn sends it on over Poirier. Here's Poirier out towards center. O'Leary takes this one. O'Leary tipped on back for Gavin Gary. There for O'Leary. Pass on over Poirier. Shot save made there by Bamer. Then an on-angled shot was blocked there in front. It's loose there still. Gets back D'Alessandro in the circle. D'Alessandro there for Gavin Gary. Back to Kyle O'Leary. Takes a slap shot. Got blocked there in front. In fact, I think it hit a couple of guys. And now we're going to have a penalty coming up here. It's delayed. Fickthorn will go to the bench, but not too far, though, as it's called. It'll be a hook. And I think it's going to be on Tri-City. So Sioux City's going to have a power play here. Hooking is the call. This would be a great time for Sioux City to get this game within 1. 3-1 our score here. Tri-City in the lead. 4 minutes and 44 seconds into this third. Schultz slap shot went wide right off the draw. Sofakaitis with it down low in the circle. Here's Schultz. Or excuse me, Tomko there for Schultz. Down low into the corner, O'Leary. O'Leary there for Schultz. Tip there, Gavin Gary. Now a one-time shot by Luke Gary off the buttocks of LaPointe. And that one's cleared down ice. Derek Olsen will take this one. Here's Olsen. Oh, almost gave it away. But it's Luke Gary coming up with this one there for O'Leary. Schultz up the right side. Schultz. Picked up there for Derek Olsen. Now a giveaway. This is almost a 3-on-0 it turned into. Holy smokes. Jensen on back. A shot by Fickthorn. That one from Leyland. Whoa, boy. That was not a good turnover. It's those things that Sioux City, they can't afford to have. Face-offs won. Here's Gold with this one. Gold back behind the net. Gold out towards center. Gold feeds it on over to Anderson. Here's Anderson in the circle. Feeds it on back for Tomko. 55 seconds left to go on the power play. Here's Stanger. Feeds it on over to Gold. Gold on back there. Tomko. Down low, Anderson. Pass across. Cannot connect with Stanger. Now it's Gold keeping it in. Gold back behind the net there for Jeffress. Jeffress off the boards there for Tomko and at the blue line. Excuse me, here's Yelm. Ooh, Noah Lapointe slipped and fell, and it's a 5-on-2 the other way. Here's Stanger, feeds it on over. Back behind the net there for Tomko. Tomko feeds it on over to Stanger. Stanger on across. Shane Gold with this one. Gold at the blue line. Take it away, Kozak. Kozak out towards center. Kozak shot save. Victor rebound loose in front. Pilgrim. No. It went off the post. Boy, but Victor was all over the place. We lucked out there, didn't we? Tri-City's back on, or is back at full strength. Nobody really cares though. Here's Dessner with this one. Dessner shot stopped by Victor. Let's see here. We got 12:50 to a timeout here. Yeah, we will. We'll take a break. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, everybody. 12:59 left to go here in this third period. Tri-City still up by a score of 3-1, although Sioux City, they are not going down without a fight right now. Face-off will come to the right of Fickthorn here. Schultz will take the draw with Obusek, actually. Face-offs won. Here's Carr with this one. Carr out towards center there for Schultz. Schultz feeds it back behind the net of Bamer. Bamer feeds it on over down low in the corner. Ozagani with it. Ozagani out towards center. Dyer with this one in the corner. That one will roll all the way down for icing. Ooh, yeah, Stanger. Stanger behind the net. Feeds it off the boards there for D'Alessandro. On to Ashton Schultz at the blue line. Schultz down low in the corner there for Stanger. Stanger. There's Schultz backed out in front. I don't know if he fanned on it or it got blocked or something. On-angle shot, Bamer. Rebound loose in the crease. Falls back behind the net there. Schultz out in front. A shot save made by Bamer. Now it's Dyer with this one in the corner there for Luke Gary. Out for Ashton Schultz. Schultz feeds it on to Luke Gary. Towards the blue line, Luke Gary on back for Schultz. Schultz there for Dyer. Back for Schultz at the blue line. Here's Schultz. Out there in front. Shot wide. Now Stanger with this one. Stanger. D'Alessandro with this one. Popped up into the air. Stanger towards center there for Aiden Dyer. D'Alessandro with this one. D'Alessandro on over across to Gavin Gary. Tipped out there in front. Now it's Bloomer with this one. Bloomer into the corner. Bloomer out there for Yelm. Yelm now for O'Leary in a scramble for. Picked up Gavin Gary with it. Into the hands Elias Vatne. Now Bloomer sends it back behind the net of Fickthorn. D'Alessandro with this one. Towards center there for Noah Lapointe. Feeds it on over Garen Michalski. There for Lapointe. That'll roll wide of Fickthorn. That should go for icing, and it does. I don't care. You got this feeling on the sunny day when you belong. I crashed my car into a bridge. Face off will come to the left of Bamer. Ignore that I just did that now, please. Here's Gould with this one. Gould. Back behind the net. Gould. There for Lapointe in the corner. Lapointe. Off the boards there for Jeffress. Tip there in front. Taking there Springer in the circle. Now Jeffress. Oh, he slips and falls. On out for Shane Golden. Went right through his stick. Out toward center. Here's Anderson. Feeding on over for Derek Olsen. Olsen. At the blue line, Anderson pops up into the air. Michalski will take this one in the circle. Michalski lies long pass to Jensen, although he bobbled it. Christian Lyons comes and takes this one up off the boards there for Tomko at center. Tomko, nice little toss on over for Anderson. Here's Anderson in the circle, or in the corner, I should say. Feeds it back behind there for Bodie Leyland. Here's Leyland in the circle. Leyland, long toss there for Christian Lyons. Tipped Brecken Smith. Now here's Jeffress for Mando. Into the hands of Tomko. Here's Tomko and on Bamer. Oh, a penalty's going to be coming up. He got hooked and whacked and everything. Uh-oh, Tomko getting feisty now at Kozak. Well, let's not maybe act like a doofus. That would help things. Kozak. Doesn't really matter. Muskies have the power play. That's all that matters. We'll take a break. We'll be back. 9:51 left to go here in this third. See ya.
I got a question for you. What does this city know about luxury? Huh? What does a town that's been to hell and back know about the finer things in life? I'll tell you, it's the hottest fires that make the hardest steel. Add hard work and conviction, and the know-how that runs generations deep in every last one of us. That's who we are. That's our story. Now, it's probably not the one you've been reading in papers. One being written by folks who've never even been here and don't know what we're capable of. Because when it comes to luxury, it's as much about...
Welcome back, everybody. Well, 9:51 left to go here in this third. Tri-City with a 3-1 lead. Sioux City, they still have a lot of time to maybe take the lead. Focus on getting one here on the power play. Sioux City, they're 0 for 4 on the power play so far. Face-offs one. Puck will be down. Derek Olsen behind the net. Derrickson feeds it on back there for Schultz. Here's Schultz towards center. Schultz feeds it on over to Luke Gary. Up the right side, Kyle O'Leary. O'Leary on out. Olsen feeds it on over to Gavin Gary. Gary back for Derek Olsen. Here's Luke Gary in front. A shot went wide of Bamer from O'Leary. Here's Luke Gary. Feeds it on over to Olsen. Olsen, slap shot. Luke Gary, save made. Bamer, rebound loose in front. Here's Gavin Gary with this one behind the net. Gavin Gary gets it out to Luke Gary. Here's Derek Olsen with this one. Olsen on over there for Luke Gary. Luke out towards the blue line. Luke, slap shot. Olsen went wide. Oh, Schultz couldn't get a handle on it, and they're forced out towards center there for Luke Gary up the right side. Luke Gary, nice moves. Luke Gary back out there in front, intercept Bodie Leyland, sent off the boards and down ice. Not too far, only to center. Feeds it on over to Gavin Gary. Gary on over there for Schultz. Schultz in the corner. Back for Luke. Feeds it on over to Shane Gould. Shot got blocked there by Connor Brown. Here's Brown with this one. Out towards the blue line. Brown takes a shot, deflected into the netting and out of play. .26 seconds left to go on the Tri-City power play. Face-off will come to the left of Fickthorn. It'll be Pilgrim and Tomko at the face-off. Face-off's won. Puck taken back behind the net of Shane Gould. Gould feeds it on over Elias Vatne. Out for Tomko, crossing the blue line. Here's Anderson. On back there for Vatne. Vatne on a cross. Here's Gould. Takes a shot. Jeffress scores! Trey Jeffress! We're within one! Whoa, baby! Boy, nice pass play to Jeffress. Almost at an odd angle, but he was right there in the circle and got it in the back of the net behind Bamer. Boy, oh boy, for Trey Jeffress. Just that easy for him. It's 27th goal on the season. That, of course, leads the team. I mean, of course it does. So if we could just not let Tri-City score here, that would be helpful. Time of the goal, 12 minutes exactly. You saw it. Yeah, he does. Here's Stenger with this one. There for Poirier. Down low, Jeffress with this one. Taken there by Tomko. Towards the net, shot just went wide. Jeffress with this one in the corner. There for Stanger. Stanger. Baby, baby. Baby, baby. Dun, 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 dun. Da, 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 da. The other one. We want. We can get it. There's Stanger with this one. Picked up there. Anderson. Into the corner. Mason Stanger takes this one. Stanger feeds it on over D'Alessandro. Up the right side, D'Alessandro. Spun around some defenders. D'Alessandro with this one in the corner. There for Aiden Dyer. A little delayed, but that's okay. Here's Ozagani with this one. Ozagani take it there. Jeffress. Or that was Schultz, rather. Excuse me. Here's Luke Gary with this one out towards center. Uh-oh. Here's Jarvis. On back. Oh, Busek. Shot stopped by Fickthorn. Face-off will come to the right of Fickthorn. Schultz will take the draw with Pilgrim. Oh, and Schultz screwed up the face-off. Naturally. Golly. Dyer will take the draw now with Pilgrim. Face-off's won. Here's Jensen on back there for Michalski. Michalski sends it off the boards back behind the net. Ooh, Bracken Smith took a nasty hit from Olsen, as he should. Oh, and now Olsen had pinned up against the boards there for a minute. Pilgrim there for Jensen. Ooh, he gets tripped up. Surprised there was nothing called. Shot was stopped there by Fickthorn. Here's Gould with this one there for Leyland. Leyland into the hands there of Derek Olsen. Now Bracken Smith. Shot got blocked. Taken there by Luke Gary. Out towards center. Here's Ashton Schultz with this one. Schultz. And a shot up high on Bamer. Boy. Jensen up the right side. Jensen. Shot went wide of Fickthorn. Gould. Whacks this one down. Now it's Springer. Takes a shot save made there by Fickthorn. D'Alessandro there for Gavin Gary, excuse me. Into the corner. Luke Gary behind the net with this one there for Gavin. In the corner on out, D'Alessandro. Whacked down. There's another shot. Ooh, rebound loose in front. Oh, baby, baby. Here's Cam Springer with this one. Springer throws one down into the corner. Behind the net of Fickthorn, Bloomer taken there by Vatne. Vatne into the hands of O'Leary towards center. Dessner. Lions popped up into the air. Vatne throws one down into the corner. 5 minutes left to go here in this third. Probably in about 2, Fickthorn will get pulled. Here's Olsen with this one in the circle. Olsen back behind the net. Olsen takes his shot. Got blocked there in front. Now it's loose. Taking there Bloomer. Now Sofakaitis out towards center. There for Gavin Gary up the right side. Gary now for O'Leary. Takes a shot. Save made Bamer. Rebound. Rolls back behind the net. There for Doms. After it. Doms out there for Gould at the blue line. Here's Gould. Takes a shot. Save made Bamer, and he'll cover it up. So 4:19 left to go here in this third. I bet in a minute and a half. Yeah, well, because with the way Jason Kersner is, he tends to pull out the goalie quite early, so, but he's checking towards his bench. He's like, nah, stay there. I mean, he has said in the past that if it's a 2-goal lead, about 4 to 5 minutes is when he pulls, ideally, which even he admits is early for some, but whatever can get the job done. I mean, hell. Here's Jeffress with this one there at center, although it's only a 1-goal lead, so you don't have to pull him that early. I'd say around 2.5. As long as nothing happens. Fickthorn feeds it back behind the net there for Tomko up the right side. Tomko at center. Now Brown gives it away to Leyland. Here's Leyland. Takes a shot, got blocked. Now it's Ernawine with it behind the net. Ernawine. Down low, Max Anderson here for Brown out in front. Doms a shot save made Fickthorn, and he'll cover that one up. Face off will come to the right of Fickthorn. This is where it gets exciting in this place. Face-off's won. Ozagani. Puck is cleared down ice. There for Michalski. Michalski feeds it on over Noah Lapointe. Lapointe into the hands of Olsen there at center. Now Luke Gary with this one. Luke Gary there for Schultz at the blue line. Uh-oh. Bamer almost bobbled it. Now Lapointe with it back behind the net there for Luka Jarvis. Here's Jarvis out towards center. Jarvis feeds it on over there for Michalski. Michalski, oh, he slipped and fell, but he still got the puck away. Zagan left to go here in this third. Kozak back behind. Now for Shane Gould back Aiden Dyer. Here's Dyer out towards center and pulled. Next possible moment. Here's Leyland, feeds it on over there for Kozak. Kozak towards center, tip Jensen. Now Stanger off the boards. Here's Anderson with this one. Anderson on over Jeffress. Here's Jeffress. That one up high and out of play. I bet you Fickthorn's heading to the bench here. Yep, there he goes, back to the bench. So extra attacker out there for Sioux City. It'll be O'Leary, Schultz, Gavin Gary, Luke Gary, Derek Olson, and Shane Gould. Face-off will come to the right. Timeout called. Well, forget that. So timeout's called with 2:20 left. Oh, excuse me. You can tell I'm tired, aren't I? Boy, Sioux City, they are not immune to the crazy comebacks. I mean, we've had them I don't know how many times this year. They got the 3-2 goal with 8 minutes left here, so they've got 2:20. They got the right 6 guys out there that can do it. Right now, Jared Kirshner, the assistant, he's drawing up a game plan right now. I think as long as you can keep control of the puck and not let have Tri-City, or at least keep it in their own end. If you can keep it in their own end, I like our chances, that's for sure. Because once you get it out, then that's, at least with the Tri-Cities played, that could be troublesome. Although Sioux City, ever since they pulled out Victor, and I think that third goal, from Tri-City in that second period, I think that might have been a bit of a wake-up call here. Now, granted, even if Sioux City loses this game, it's, considering they had 4 games in 5 days and they were able to pull out 2 wins, I think that's pretty damn good if you ask me. So, but this game would be huge in terms of clinching that 3rd place spot. Gavin Gary will take the draw with Connor Brown. 15 against 15 at the face-off. Up, and Connor Brown screwed it up, so he'll get kicked out. Lincoln Yelm comes in. Right now, this is Tri-City's game to lose. Face-off's won. Puck will roll into the circle. Gets out there for Shane Gould. One-time shot. Derek Olson went wide. Puck will roll into the corner there for Luke Gary. Now Derek Olson keeps it in. That one's out of play. Face-off will come to the left of Ernawine. Schultz will take the draw with Connor Brown. Face-off's won. It rolls into the corner. Puck cleared off the glass, but not out. Shane Gould played with the hand. Hand pass. So face-off will come. Well, it'll still be in the Tri-Cities zone, but I think they are going to put Vic Thorne back in. Yep, just to be safe. That's smart. Although he's staying in the slot, though. He's nowhere near his crease, though, although he is still out there. So if Sioux City wins this one, he's going out. That's all I'm going to say. Sioux City wins it. Olson has it at center. He rushes quickly back to the bench. Extra attacker on. That's Gavin Gary. Kozak with it behind the net. Feeds it on over to Springer. Springer batted in there by Olson. They have a guy at center. Here's Connor Brown. Shot went wide. Can't even shoot at an empty. Now, here's O'Leary with it. O'Leary in the corner. Connor Brown, boy, he's putting the pressure on. Gould with this one. 90 seconds left to go. Here's Gould. Feeds it on back to O'Leary. Here's O'Leary. Or Luke Gary, rather. Connor Brown, well, at least he just cleared it down ice. They still, Shane Gould almost bobbled that. He almost put it into his own net. Sugar, we're going down swinging. Here's Pilgrim with this one. Sends it towards an empty net wide. Oh my God. That's twice now they've missed it. Although, in October when we played them, they missed probably, 3 or 4. So, clearly they haven't practiced their target shooting since then, so that might benefit us in this scenario, which I hope it does. And another timeout is called. I don't know if it was Sioux City. I don't really care. If we could just score, if we could just tie it up and send it to overtime, that extra point, you don't even know how much that would mean to us. So they'll drop something else at the Musketeers bench. It'll face off, will come to the right of Bamer. Took my chances. And it happens quite fast, all right. Jeez Louise. There's 1 minute and 4 seconds left here in this third. I'm saying the third because, you know, the game isn't over until it officially hits 0-0, so. Stop spraying the night. She's watching us all with the eye of the tiger. All right, now's the time to get serious here. We got to get very serious. Face-off will come to the right of Bamer. Gavin Gary will take the draw with Carson Pilgrim. False start on the draw. Come on. Gavin Gary gets kicked out. Ashton Schultz comes in. Got the same 6 guys out there. Face-off's won. Gavin Gary back for Shane Gould out towards the blue line. Gould. Now Carson Pilgrim. He's got an empty net. Feeds it on over to Jensen, and he puts it in. Make it a 4-2 game. Boy, make me lose my mind. So 4-2 with 54 seconds left. Boy, that was great effort, though. I'll tell you that much from Sioux City. Martineau will take the draw with Connor Brown. Martineau wins the draw. Puck will roll out towards the blue line there for Carr. Brecken Smith sends it down into the corner there for Poirier. Poirier off the boards into the hands of Brecken Smith. Now Dallas Potter takes this one. Potter out towards center. Potter down into the corner. Kozak, this one here for Brecken Smith. Smith in the circle out towards center there for Martineau. Here's Cam Springer with this one. Springer shot stopped by Thorne. Throws it into the corner. Gavin Carr takes this one. Smith out in front. Connor Brown couldn't even get a shot off. Good Lord. Why does Tri-City deserve to win this? That's my next question. Here's Martineau with this one. There for LaPointe and a scramble for. And they're just going to let it go, and Tri-City wins. 4-2 the final here this afternoon. Boy, that was a rough one, that's for sure. Sioux City, though, great effort. They almost came back, but just came up a little short right there at the end. Sioux City, for one final time, at least during the regular season, they'll salute the crowd at center. But I will say, the fact that they got 2 out of 4 when they played 4 and 5, I mean, that is pretty damn good. Now, even though Sioux City lost, and this is the final game of the regular season, we got postseason action, yes. Although I will say, it will take place, the first round will take place at the IBPI Center, which is just another arena facility here in town. Only about 900 people, I think, can get in. So we're not going to be here for that. There's a good chance I think we can get into the second round. It's pretty good, if I do say so myself. So then, of course, we'll have home games back here at the Tyson for that. So, yeah, but first we got to finish out the regular season. 2 games next week, Friday night. Sioux City will go to Omaha, and then Saturday will be in Des Moines. So, yeah, thank you all so much for joining us here this afternoon. We'll be back, The Ronnie Show, fresh and all new all week long. So, yeah, thank you so much for joining us, and we'll see you all tomorrow for The Ronnie Show, I guess. Bye-bye. This has been a presentation for RVN Sports in association with RVN. RVN Sports are online at rvn.com. Coming up next, the RVN Evening News are your local news over most of these RVN stations.